The double team, Jeffrey Moore has open access to the bucket. What you saw from that normal replay of that last bit of action was Mon Fernandez actually wanting to dish up the against pass to Jaworski. We're crossing the twilight zone. That's an eternity of basketball ahead of us.
We welcome everyone to an eternity of basketball. We are part of the Globally Ballin Network. Check us out on YouTube. Our most trending episodes on YouTube are listed on your screens. Number 1, JV Gayoso, all the way down to number 10, Nilo Cruz. So panoorin niyo po yung mga episodes namin on YouTube. Check out the Globally Ballin Network on globallyballin.com for original articles, audio and video projects. All the shows are listed on the right, and all the social media are there. You can find all of that by going to Linktree. Of course, you can watch us on Twitter. Now, we're on live on Twitter as well, aside from YouTube and Facebook, on the Globally Ballin Twitter page. Linktree/Globally Ballin is what you need for the easy access to all of that. I'm Charlie Cuna, right now together with Jay Mercado. Dalawa lang muna kami. Si Sid, hahabol daw. So hindi ko alam kung baka tumatakbo pa si Sid sa umagang ito. Episode 157. Let's get to it right away. Our guest for today was a star from Cebu. Now, another one of those guys from Cebu. A bunch of players have been on the show from Cebu. Magagaling talaga yung mga Cebuano mag-basketball. Naglaro sa University of San Carlos ito. And then, was a star for the Mariwasa squad in the Mika. 1974 RP Youth team. Ito maganda dyan eh. Nung nag-RP Youth siya, Pilipinas ang nakalagay sa jersey sa harap. Sa likod, Filipinas. Kasi ang pangalan niya, Hubert Filipinas, also played in the PBA for Mariwasa, Noritake in its first couple of years. Let's bring him right into the show. All the way from Adelaide, South Australia, where he's been living for about 45 years already. So, osing-osi na si Sir Hugh. Sir, welcome to our show. Good morning.
Nakamute kayo, sir.
Sir, no audio. I think there might be mute. You might be on mute. No, we can't hear you, sir.
The mic is off.
There you are. There you are. There you go. Oh, now it's off again. One more time. Tap it one more time, sir. It's off, sir. Sir, it's off again. Sir Hubert, it's off your audio. We can't hear you. We can't hear you again, sir. There. Oh, nawala ulit, sir.
That's it. It's off. It's on, is it?
Yes. Now it's on. It's good. It's all good. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. All right. First of all, good morning, Philippines, and good morning to all your subscribers, and good morning to you guys.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you,
Morning.
sir.
And it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, it's a pleasure for us to have you. We wanted to talk about, obviously, so many things to talk about. You and I were talking the other day, sir. So I'm excited to hear all the stories. I was telling Mr. Filipinas the other day, no, tell me your stories yet. Save it for Saturday. So here we are now. We would just wanna let's start from the start, sir. Sa Cebu. So doon kayo sa Cebu, nag-start out. So bakit sa basketball? Why basketball? Why did you get into basketball? Why wasn't it football? Why wasn't it baseball? Of all the sports.
I live in the province in Cebu, and I live right in front of a basketball court. So I played since I was probably before I started grade 1.
Okay, so who introduced it to you? Was it something just because you saw the guys playing across the street, or did you have older brothers or cousins? Maybe you said, "Come on, let's play basketball."
No, I played when I was really young, probably about 7, 8 years old. But I ran into guys that won the national championships, national college championships in the Philippines, which is Southwestern University.
Mm-hmm.
So I got friendly with those guys. They won in the 70s, I think, or 60s, and I got friendly with those guys, and they took me along with them and got me into all sorts of types of basketball and teach me all the ropes and all the techniques in basketball, and that's how it started.
Who were these guys?
They were, I don't know, it should be on record, Southwestern Cobras played.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They were with Yoyong Martires and Miego, the San Miguel guys.
Yeah. The San Miguel guys. Yeah.
Yeah, but these guys were not the real guys that really took me under the wings, but it's the guys that were really second tier guys who didn't make it to the PBA or to Mika. It was Mika in those days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but when was the first time? At about what age did you play your first formal basketball, like in actual tournaments with referees and then
By the time I played formal basketball was when I went to school to Don Bosco, and then Salesian School, Don Bosco Technical High School, which is in Cebu.
Mm-hmm.
I was first year high school, which is they call it the midgets grade.
Yeah, that's right. How tall were you already by then, sir? And what position were you playing?
I was only playing as a guard forward. I wasn't that big.
How about that? You're about 5'8", 5'9", maybe at the time.
Something like that, about 5'7" maybe. But that's tall for young kids, really.
Yeah. So you're playing forward. They didn't make you play center. A lot of our past guests were forced to play center simply because they were taller than everyone else.
There was a guy big. I got two guys a little bigger than me, so I didn't play center, but I just played forward on those teams.
What is
Go ahead, Jay. Go.
No, what's like when these guys from SWU took care of you? Did you learn a lot from them? And from those guys, now who influenced you the most?
They influenced me the most because the coach was a non-basketball player, but he was a book guy. He really taught basketball with a book, and that's how they got the basics of basketball, and they sort of passed it on to me. And my dad was a lawyer, and he had lots of books as well, in basketball law books and all that stuff. But I read a lot of the basketball books, and that was really all the start I had.
Was there anyone in particular in the SWU team? I mean, someone, a certain individual who told you, Hubert, come here. This is how you do things. Did you have one-on-one sessions?
There was a guy by the Ibu brothers, two brothers, and I don't know if you know Jimmy Matris. That's the younger brother of Yoyong.
Yeah.
Yes, we've heard.
See, when they actually get hired on the provincial teams, they actually bring me in. I was playing for free, and they were getting paid. So, but I was learning for free as well, so which is good.
Yeah, so it's not actually free. You're actually getting something, right? You're actually getting some knowledge from them, even if you weren't getting paid.
I have a lot of fun. I play basketball for the love of it, not really for the money. I still do it now.
Right.
I still play twice a week. about 3 times a week.
Really? Oh, that's great. That's great. Pinapakain ka naman nila after. Nila Jimmy Martinez. Pinapakain ka naman nila after you play.
I really just go home. Sometimes they give me a bit of money, and I was being big deal because I'm playing with these top guys because they were national champions for colleges.
That's right. That's
Right. When you were in high school already, sir, and you had more knowledge of basketball, did you get a chance to watch the Mika players, and maybe the NBA? Did you have exposure to the NBA? Did you have any idols at the time? Were there guys that you idolized?
Yeah, since I was a kid, I was addicted to basketball since probably grade 2, because my dad used to buy the free. I don't know if you remember a magazine called Free Press.
Free press.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
yes,
right.
yes.
Loxin.
It
Yeah.
was a magazine called Free Press, and then there's always a page there for Mika players and Philippine team and Philippine players, and I always read all of them, and I get fascinated by all these guys, and I see them on the magazines, and I see the guys down the road playing basketball. I thought, wonder how they play, and compared to these guys, it was fascinating.
Yeah, is
It's
there
just
anyone in particular who was the guy that you would look up to, or did you try to emulate anybody, try to copy his style?
Yeah, Ed Rocky actually, I like it.
Ed Rocky?
And then I like Ed Rocky because I don't know how he plays, but it was just the write up on the paper because but my dad is a lawyer and he's a reader, and everything he reads, too. So I was reading about him. I thought he's quite a good story, and I admired him. And then all of a sudden, I took his spot in Marusa when I played there.
Yeah, that's right. You were teammates, 1973, right?
Yeah. He actually got dropped out of the team, and he wanted to do something else, and I took his spot. So I was really thankful. I just said thank you because I learned it from you.
And that's crazy. I imagine someone you looked up to, and all of a sudden you're there taking his place. But how did you end up when you were in high school? When you were in high school, were you recruited to go to Southwestern University? Did they come to you? The scouts invite you to go over?
Just first year, I didn't play basketball because my dad wouldn't let me. Because if ever I know that you're playing basketball, I'm going to make you quit because I don't want you to play basketball. I want you to be a lawyer. I said, okay. But towards the end of first year, a lot of my friends are very, very, very pushy with me. So come on, play basketball. You know how to play basketball. But no, my dad would not send me to school anymore if I do that. But towards the end, but towards second year, and then I eventually played. Yeah.
A lot of our guests experience growth spurts, no? Sometime during high school, going to college. Did you experience that? You ended up being 6'2", but you mentioned, but you were a freshman in high school. You were 5'8" or something.
Yeah, I think that I believe that because all my cousins and my brothers are not tall, but just the jumping, I think, body makes you really tall. I think. Plus, when you play sport, you eat a lot. You drink a lot of milk, drink a lot of things, and you really, really feel, because you get hungry.
What age did you achieve your height at 6'2"? How old were you by then?
By college, I think. By college, I achieved that height. Yeah.
So 6'2", you were in college already.
Did you play center?
Oh, did they ever make you play? Did they ever make you play center?
Yeah, they tried to, but I was quick enough to play center, I think, and I wasn't strong enough to play center because I was so skinny.
Okay.
They thought I was not good enough, so they put me on the bench because as you know, there's more forwards than centers, so it was just my luck that I just have to be one of the substitutes.
Okay.
Yeah,
but then you got recruited. You got recruited to one of the best programs in Cebu, which is University of San Carlos with the Cobras. How was it over there? There's lots of great players that came from there. There were some who came before you, a lot of players who came after you.
Ramon Fernandez.
Yeah, Mon Fernandez. You mentioned Mon Fernandez was also with San Carlos. What made you decide to say yes to University of San Carlos?
Oh no, I didn't go there to play basketball. Went there to go to school because my sister was already. My dad said that's the best school in Cebu. That's where you're gonna go, whether you like it or not. So I said I'll go there. But So well, the priest there asked me, he said, "Oh, I've seen you." The priest there asked me, "I've seen you play in high school. I think you could be in our team." And I said, "Okay." And then I said, told my dad that I might be free from the only school. And he
Mhm.
said, "Oh, well, we'll look into it." So I went there with my mom, said, "Yeah, we'll give him free scholarship." So I started playing for them for that year. And then they already had a team. So I'll be out of the team. I was just on a training squad.
Mhm.
Okay,
So,
training team muna. Okay.
Mhm.
yeah. But then after that, they realized that I was playing on the commercial league outside. And they decided, look, we'll be on our team. We'll be on the full squad. So that's how I started.
Oh, so you mentioned you're playing already with the commercial team. So you were in Southwestern on the team
No,
B,
it's not.
but you were playing already in a commercial league in Cebu.
Yeah, I was with San Carlos, but I playing in the commercial league. They're picking me up, but I wasn't
San
really
Carlos
in
Southern.
the team. No. So some of the guys, they were the fringe guys, they're the fringe coaches. They know about me, but San Carlos probably know about me. They didn't want to know about me. I think they're more
Hmm.
parochial with their players because most of the players are from the high school squad, and I
That's right.
wasn't. So
I see.
it
I
was
see.
Yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah. How much were you getting paid in the commercial leagues, sir?
before, I think about 300, 400 pesos,
300.
which is
And
a lot.
and these were Cebuano companies, right?
Yeah, teachers used to get paid 700 a month. So I get 400 a game, or three,
Wow.
400 a game, which is pretty good.
Oh,
Yeah, it
oh, that
was.
was
Yeah.
pretty good. Yeah,
Mm, mm.
that was pretty good. Which teams are these? These are the Cebu companies owned by the rich Cebuanos, I'm sure.
Yeah, IPI, which is Bronx Ravi, efficient oil, and all those.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
unfortunately, it got me into trouble
Which.
Well, what happened?
Mhm.
because my dad found out that I was playing, and he knew that I was getting paid, and he was still giving me money for school.
Ah.
So you're playing games here. And I said to him, okay, what are you going to do? I said, well, quit. I don't want to spend a cent for you. Nothing. So that's what happened.
He cut
And
your allowance huh? When he found out you were
yeah,
making money.
I got into trouble already because he wants me to go to law school. I didn't want to go to law school.
Okay.
That took engineering. He was a lawyer, see. Um,
Right, right.
I got the trouble. So what happened was, all right, I quit. So I told my friends who are basketball players, and they said, "Oh, beautiful! It's beauty." I said, "You play for us, which is Southwestern University. They were national champions at that time."
That's
I
right.
said, "You
That's
play
right.
for us."
Uh, right,
So
right.
that's how it started. He introduced me to the coach, and he got really up to date with me with how I'm going, and then he got promoted to be an assistant coach in Mika with Mariwasa,
Mm,
and he
mhm.
Mm.
he said to Cebu, I said, "Oh, we want that guy here,"
What's his
which was
name?
me.
What's the name of this coach?
Barwell.
I'm sorry.
I don't know
What
if
was
the
that?
name rings a bell to you.
What was that name again, sir? Didn't quite catch it.
Margarito Barwell. Barruel.
Oh,
Baruel.
okay.
And
Baruel. Okay.
he
Mm-mm.
was the assistant coach for the Philippine team as well. With I can't remember who this.
Oh. Nilo
And
Verona.
he was an assistant coach there.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
They,
well,
probably they
obviously.
probably they
Uh,
recruited me because I was so cheap. It would cost me a lot. It cost me a lot of money because I wasn't a star at all.
But you were up and coming. You were an up and coming
Yeah.
star at the time. How was your stint when you were playing in Cebu? How many years did you play for the university?
So for 1 year.
Oh, just one
Oh,
year.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
And
So
how did you perform? I mean, the entire team. How did you perform?
it was very hard because I wasn't a graduate of San Carlos High School, which is their
That's
this is
right.
their breeding ground for the players. I was in Don Bosco. See, it's not an
Mm-hmm.
athletic school,
Mm-hmm.
basketball school, but actually I was. It's the first time Don Bosco won a game in Cebu where I
Oh,
played. I think it's
oh,
called
okay.
40 points or something, and that really the news spread out. But people have just got a lot of reservations about um, recruiting somebody from there because it's not an athletic school. Don Bosco is more of a technical school more than
Right,
anything.
right.
But anyway, they recruit me like where Abid Gidabin come from, San Carlos. They recruited me there,
Mm-hmm.
and what UV where Manny Panera came from, they recruited me there as well in San Carlos. There's quite a few schools.
Mm-hmm.
My dad said, "You go to San Carlos, and I want you to take engineering because you want engineering, and then you finish that, you take law because I want you to take law to take over my mind because I'm not young anymore." So that was supposed to be the deal. Didn't happen.
But the deal
Yeah.
did push through. So you were playing for the university. You're playing in commercial leagues. How did you? How did the Manila scouts get to you? Did they call you up? Did they visit you during your games in Cebu?
No, Carlin Garcia, he played for the national team with, I think, with a lot of the guys, and he's from NU, National University in Manila.
Mm-hmm.
He finished NU and he played for the national team, and he was an assistant coach there in Cebu. And when I was playing high school there, he asked me if I wanted to move over to his team and play, and he said, "Why?" I said, "I want you to play for us." No, and I said, "Okay, I'll keep you in mind." And then he was at me every year, or every time we cross each other. He was at me. He said, "Come and play for me." And anyway, he played. He was a Mariwasa Honda assistant coach in the end, and he really wanted to recruit me. So, and I didn't doubt the guy because he must know what he's seeing in me because he was a national team player, the Philippine team player. So I respected him, and he actually offered me money while I was in Cebu. He said, "I'll pay you money. I'll get some of these teams to pay you while you're there." So that's where how it all started.
Okay. In that 1 year in San Carlos, did you have any prominent teammates who became famous as well?
Mon Fernandez was there. Yeah,
So he was
that's
your
only.
teammate. He was your teammate
Sorry.
during that one. He was your teammate during that 1 year that you stayed there.
Yeah. He was. I was actually just on the training squad. He was not. He was on the team, but he was on the training squad. So already going to Manila so often, you know.
All right.
And,
Okay.
we're good friends.
Okay. Did you ever actually think that Fernandez would become probably one of the greatest players in the country?
Oh, I'm pretty sure he will be because he's got a build and he's got
That early.
the game to go with it.
That early,
He's-
huh?
we
That
were-
early.
we were-
Yeah, after you had left already the Philippines in the 1980s, he was the MVP of the PBA 4 times.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah, I was already in Toyota with him, and he said, "Come, stay here. Come, stay here." And I said to myself, "I'm not going to stay there because he's playing there. I'll be second fiddle to him. You know, I wouldn't be the star." So that Maria was offered me, and other guys said, don't go there," because they go all older guys. Most of them were older guys. So
So you almost made you were almost a Toyota player.
yeah.
What
Wow.
year was
then-
it?
Okay.
And then Crispa recruited me there were Atuiko there, Philip Cesar, Freddy Ubaldi, Box Arenado. He was a really good, nice guy. And he got in touch with me again and I said, "Look, let's talk." And then Yuduki, I don't know if you remember Yuduki.
Yeah,
Ito
Coach
Yuduki.
Tito, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yuduki had a word with me. He said, "Look, you're only very young. You're only 18 years old." He said, "Why don't you play for La Salle first?" So I went to La Salle and trained with them.
Wow. Okay. La Salle, Manila.
Yeah, and in TAF, La Salle TAF. That's how I got
Okay.
to know John Castillo and Jake.
The Wichiko brothers, yeah.
Yeah.
The elder
They were
brothers
on
of
training
Coach
summer
John.
with
Yeah.
me.
73 was like Limeng Beng year, right?
Being Mike Bilbao.
Mike Bilbao, that's right. Yeah, Waki Trillo.
Yeah, and Jake was there. Chico was in the team, same team. Yeah.
So you actually played in the NCAA.
No, I didn't.
Side.
I didn't play them. I played Mika after that because Jake and John Chico used to pick me up from where I lived in Quezon City, and they take me to training at La Salle, and every time we go there, they pick me up. They're really nice guys. I stop at their place, have a meal or have, and um, and the Mariwasa decided that they'll give you a car. Nobody else need to pick you up. They said, we'll give you a car. So they give me a car. That's how it happened.
Yeah. Of course, you have your own car. That's a big incentive during that time. Pero so naging munti ka na mag Toyota, pwedeng naging Chris pa. Then you almost played for La Salle as well. So there's a lot of schools who were teams rather that were fighting for your services. You must have been pretty good at that time already, sir.
I don't know. I can't judge for myself, really. Maybe I was just young and stupid, and young and stupid, and very fit and very active. I suppose I can't really tell you whether I was that good. Maybe
but
I had a bit of
describe what you remember. What kind of a game were you playing at that time? What do you think they liked? That's why they were recruiting you. What did they like about you?
I was just quick because sa probinsya in the province you got to be quick because they don't even do any sets in the game. They just run, score. That's how they play. I was just quick run up and down. But the basics actually came after when I went into a higher level, which is good. Yeah. I learned it about the age as well, which is good. Yeah.
When you played for the Mika, when you finally decided, sir, to go to Mariwasa with in the Mika, was it a different level of play? Was it harder, clearly harder than playing in San Carlos and in those other commercial leagues in Cebu? Was there a significant change in the entire league? Parang nahirapan ka ba in the first time in Mika?
It would have been harder if you go there not knowing what to do, but the guys on those teams like Crispa and Toyota and Mariwasa and Utex and all those teams, they had good assistant coaches. They actually tell you what you got to do. You got to play your role. I mean, in the province or in Cebu, you can play your role, but it's not really regimental. But in PBA, it's all regimental. You can't do freelance there, otherwise you'll be benched. Yeah, it's more professional.
Right, okay, right. Charlie, I'd just like to go back to what you mentioned earlier. You said you were living in Quezon City, and the Chico brothers would pick you up. Who were you staying with? In other words, do you have relatives here in Quezon City?
Yeah, I was actually staying across Magnolia. That used to be the head office of Mariwasa. Just across Magnolia, near St. Paul's. And it's not the best place because St. Paul's is down the road.
Isn't that the best place? Because St. Paul's is down the road?
Yeah, the best place. The distraction.
Yeah, Jay Mercado teaches there, so
yes,
he knows that.
we had a living quarters on the third floor, and that was great, And it's only down the road, it's only a few minutes.
Would you walk to St. Paul's, or would the St. Paul's girls walk to you guys?
What do you mean?
Or you'd meet halfway. You'd meet halfway, probably. You'd meet halfway.
No. There's actually a restaurant just across St. Paul's. That's where we have our meals.
Okay.
Okay. So you'd see all of them in their uniforms over there at the St. Paul, the Paulinians.
Just on the corner.
Yeah.
There's this restaurant there, and that's where all the students eat. That's where we eat too, which is good fun.
So you remember that? That's great. So you're there playing in Mariwasa and in the Mika, and it's very competitive during those times. So many good teams. I think we should enter already. Because one of our companions here, who's not with us yet, he'll try to join us in a bit. His name is Sid. His name's Sydney, and he prepared a set of photos that we'd like to show to you from your career. We'll enter what we call the time capsule now. This time capsule is brought to us by Champ's House of Chicken in Tagaytay. Try out their house roast chicken. That's their specialty. And you can. If you come over to Manila, we'll give you some house roast chicken, sir. Check them out on their
When we
social media. They deliver to Metro Manila, Cavite, Laguna via Lalamove and Tok Tok. Let's enter. Let's look at the first photo for our time capsule.
No,
So this is how it
74.
happens. You're playing in Mariwasa, and you're playing very well, apparently, well enough for you to get recruited to the RP youth team. How did that happen, sir?
I think they just, because I was already in the All-Star. They used to have an All-Star before, I think. And I was in the All-Star before that.
Mm-hmm.
They picked me as an All-Star because the All-Stars, I think they picked so many players per team, and I was one of the guys picked there. They picked myself and I think 2 or 3 guys got picked for the All-Star. So I was already in the All-Star before that. Actually, the Philippine team is after I had a few selections.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why Bernardo said, "Oh, you'll surely make it there. Don't worry, because you've already one of the established guys." I was only 2 years there, I think, and I was already established because I was on the Mika selection as well. They had a, and then I participated on the one-on-one event in the All-Star, and I played against Manny Paner, and I beat Marty Sampson, I think, if I can remember. Joey Cleophas, I think I beat him, and then I was in the same category with same group with Manny Panera. He beat me, so I thought, well, just you beat me because I know you.
Yeah, I think Paner was like the first one-on-one champion in the Philippines, in the PBA. He defeated
he beat
Philip Cesar, right?
So wait, so Manny Paner beat you, but you were okay with that because that's Manny Paner, right? He was a superstar back then.
Well, he was my hero, you know.
Also,
I used to go to Cebu Collection and watch him when he played. So I was really starstruck when I saw him when he was friendly with me, you know.
Yeah. Charlie,
and he wasn't.
Go on.
He wasn't much bigger than you, right? Manny Paner. He was just bull strong, but he wasn't that tall.
He was about the same height, I think, because I'm about 6'1", I think, or 6'2", and he was about the same height, but he was bigger. He's huge.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Charlie, let me give you the lineup of the 1974 RP youth team. No, that's Freddy Hubalde, Romy Cabading, Boy Mora, Danny Pridas, Dante Ritualo, Bert De La Rosa, Carlos Rodriguez, Bong De La Cruz, Bernie Fabiosa, Eli Capacio, your uncle Pablo Ocampo the fourth, Hubert, of course, Jho Jho de Guzman, and Ching Ching Marcelino. Maybe you could have an idea. I could recognize Bong De La Cruz and Jho Jho de Guzman here, seated at the lower right. No?
Yeah, well, that's Chiqui Ocampo on the right side.
There you go. Okay.
That's just Cheeky folding his arms. I'm trying to look for Sir Hubert. You're number 9. You're number 9 here.
Yeah, I was there, like standing behind and in third from the left.
That's right.
Yes.
Or fourth.
Fourth from the
fourth.
left. Right.
Yeah, there's a
And
fellow in the
behind
black
is
shirt.
Danny Pridas, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And that's Ciso Bernardo, right? The guy with his hands in his pocket is Coach Narciso Bernardo.
I think Danny passed away a few years ago now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yes, he did. Along with Dante Ritualo. That's right.
Ritualo as well.
Ritualo.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he passed away already.
Oh, sorry. I'm very glad to hear that. Yeah.
Okay. Then beside you is Boy Mora, number 7.
Of course.
Who's been
Boy
on
Mora.
Who's number 12?
Romy Cabading.
Cabading, yeah. And then
16 is who? 11 is Eli Capacio. I don't know who number 16 is. I can't.
Is that Freddy Hubaldi?
Well, I think isn't this Dante Ritualo?
Might be Ritualo. Where's Freddy? I don't see Freddy. Where's Freddy Hubaldi?
Freddy is supposed.
That's Freddy Hubaldi.
Is that him? Without the beard, I can't. Pwede, no? Then sitting down.
Pwede.
But
where's Ritualo?
And next one is Eli Capacio.
Yes, Eli Capacio. Then how about the guys sitting down, sir? Can you recognize them? I know Bert De La Rosa is the second from the left.
That's right.
Yeah, that's Marcelino.
Ching Marcelino.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
There you go. And number 5 is
Oh, that might be Ritualo actually, but the top guy, number 16, I don't know who it is.
I think
With-
number 16 is
by
Ritualo. I
process
think
by process of elimination later when we name them all.
yeah.
And that Cross, the number 14,
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. That's Bong de la
and
Cruz.
next
That's right. Jho Jho
yeah,
de
next to
Guzman.
him, Man, and next to
Uh-huh.
Jho Jho is Tiki.
Yeah, Chiki. So parang wala si Freddy
Ubalde.
Ubalde rito. Unless 16 is Freddy. That doesn't look like him though.
Yeah, I know it.
But
Oo nga
what are your most vivid memories about this experience with the RPU team, sir?
It was played in the Philippines. That was fun.
Mhm.
It were a team, which is good, really, really good. And it's not my first experience with the Philippine team because I played with the ABC squad. Well, I didn't make it, but I was part of the squad.
Okay. What year was this? 1973?
I think the one before this, I played the Philippine team before this, which is the ABC squad. I don't know if it was
Yeah,
I
the one that
they just want a extra player to go on tour.
Oh, okay. All right. And you were young then, no? You're 19 here. So if it was a year before, you were 18.
Yeah, we played
Wow.
in Baguio, and I think played Cagayan or somewhere, but I'm pretty sure I was on the ABC 2, which is the second squad, which is these two teams, one and two.
Yes, the one that played in the Pesasukan.
I think it was. I'm not sure what it was,
And
but
then
there was a Philippine. Yeah,
yeah, there were two national teams back then, like an A and B. So the ABC team, I think, went to the World Games, and the other one went to the Asian Games.
yeah. I was only 19, I think. I was pretty young.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
very, very, very young. And I didn't expect to make it anyway, but
Okay. Is that Nilo Verona standing at the far right?
yeah, that's Nilo Verona. Yeah,
There you go. He was a head coach, no?
yeah. He was the head coach. He used to coach Adamson, and then he
Mm-hmm.
coached Motorola, I think, or
Yeah,
or
Concepcion, yeah.
Seven Up. And then he coached that Philippine team. I think there's two Philippine teams he coached.
Yes, yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he eventually coached in the PBA as well for Great Days, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. He's a very nice guy. No, he doesn't know how to get angry, but he'll just tell you exactly what he thinks.
Okay.
Yeah, Sir Hugh. Some of the fans are asking if you could move forward a little because you're a bit too far from the camera. They want to see you more clearly. If you can,
And
just
compared
focus
to
a
your
bit more.
younger version, 48
Yeah,
years
they-
ago.
Yeah, they want to see how you look now. But some of the guys were some of our listeners are trying to guess who these players are. Somebody said number 5 is Freddy Ubalde. I'm not sure about that. And then somebody, Ponky Alulor, of course, Ponky, also from Cebu, says that
No,
number
no,
16 is Danny Basilan. But
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. I
Basila
don't think
wasn't
so.
part of the
Yeah,
1974 lineup.
exactly. That's why he wasn't. So these are the guesses. Thanks for all those. Of course, our followers always participate in this. But so you
that's
won
good.
here. What did you guys get, sir? When you won the Asian Youth, did you get any aside from medals? I guess was there any financial prize that you were given?
We got some money. I can't even remember it because it was such a celebration. I probably blow it.
You went to St. Paul's probably.
Go to a place called Wells Fargo. I don't know if you remember the place.
Wells Fargo. Along
Right.
Aurora also. Yeah.
In that area as well.
Yeah,
So what is this?
what was the go-to guy in this team? As far as offense is concerned.
Would have been a go-to guy in this team.
Yeah,
Who was the top scorer?
I think Freddie was the top scorer. I'm not sure.
There you go. Jho Jho de Guzman.
Jho Jho or Freddie, one of them, because they play the forwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forward. It was a little bit
Bernie
hard
Fabiosa
for
is not in the roster.
It's a little bit hard for me to score a lot because I'm on the back line, which is the guard, which is good in a way because you didn't see a lot of your mistakes.
Right. That's one of the incentives if you don't get to play that as much, And there's no pressure if you're a backup.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bernie Fabiosa is not in the photo, right?
Oh yeah, I don't think Bernie's there.
Yeah,
He
Bernie's
is
for
part
some
of the
reason,
roster, though.
but
Yeah.
he was part of the roster of the team. So this
Mm-mm.
is November of
18.
1974.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, November
Bernie's not
18th.
there. Correct. Yeah.
It's a beautiful photo. There you go. Behind Coach Ciso is Freddy
I don't
Hubalde. Huh?
really.
No, that's Danny Pridas.
That's
Yeah, that's
Randy
Privdas.
Pilas. That's right. I
That's
know.
Privdas. Yeah, that's Privdas. Well, it's hard to
That's
tell, how different everyone looked back then.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go to the next photo, though. I mean,
Mm-mm.
let's check out what's next. Yeah, no.
Oh,
Here's a team that was
that's
sent
the
to New
second
Zealand,
national
and this is
team.
this is important as far as the basketball career of Sir Hubert is concerned. There was a team sent to New Zealand, and these were some of the guys. This is not the complete roster, of course. You remember this,
Yeah.
Sir Hubert, of
Oh
course,
yeah.
right?
Because we toured New Zealand, we toured Australia as well. So um, we started playing in New Zealand because there was the
Mm-hmm.
new inaugural New Zealand games, and we went to Adelaide. Got invited here, and then we went somewhere else. I can't remember where it is now, but anyway, when I was in Adelaide, somebody asked me, said, "Do you want to play back here?" Yeah, I think it's saying yes, wouldn't you? I said yes.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway,
During the exhibition games or the tournaments that you joined
Asian
over
game.
there, how well did you
was
play?
the
Because for them to
wanna come
recruit you,
back
you must have
here
played really well.
because I wanted to play for another Philippine team, I suppose, and then I want to get the championship for Mariwasa because we had a good team then. And
Mm-hmm.
but they pursued me and they said, "Look, we'll pay you for school, we'll pay you for accommodation." So I came over just for, I think it was supposed to be for 2 seasons to come here,
Mm.
and I started when I came here. I started going to school, and that's the end of it.
Yeah, and
Okay.
you've never come back. You stayed there for the rest of your life
Yeah.
already. Yeah. So that's how it happened, no? Because of this opportunity to play there with this bunch of players.
And what
Uh,
tournament was this? I'm trying to read the article. Asia. Oh no.
nawawala. Naka-mute si Sir. Sir, you're on mute. Yeah, you're on mute, sir.
There you go. Oh,
No,
still
sir. It's
one
on
more.
mute, sir.
One
We
more
can't
press.
hear you. Sir, you're on mute.
There you go.
You're muted.
Oh, there.
Nope, nope.
Sensitive
Just
phone
tap
yan.
it once. No. Still on mute.
There.
You get it?
Yeah.
Yes, now you're on. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. The article's January 1, 1975. So what tournament was this?
That was the New Zealand game.
Okay, so it's like an exhibition game for the national team?
That's correct. Yeah. We were the half of it was the ABC squad, and half of it was the RP youth. So it was a
Mhm.
mixture. It was a reward for us for winning the RP youth,
Oh,
and
so
then some of the ABC guys got included as well, like Boggs
yeah,
and
Boggs and
um,
Atoy, Philip,
Atoy.
Mhm.
Who else? Quite a
Lim and
few there.
Beng.
Lim Bing went there as well, I think. I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
sure if he
right.
was. Um,
Okay, reading the article though, the players who went there were Ching Ching Marcelino, Boggs Adornado, Freddy Hubalde, Bernie Fabiosa, Bong de la Cruz, Cabading, Danny Pridas, Dante Ritualo, Filipinas, Philip Cesar, Atoy Ko, and Lim Eng Beng. I had to use binoculars to be able to read that.
Ano, magnifying glass. Yeah.
Magnus.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but so you won a championship with Mariwasa in the Mika. That's the
There
old
you go.
Filipino.
Mm.
In 1975, this same year where you went to New Zealand,
Mhm.
you joined the PBA. You joined the PBA. What made you decide? I mean, because you could have stayed in the Mika. What made you decide to say yes to go into the PBA? What did Mr. Coseteng say to you guys?
Oh, it's just more money and more exposure, I suppose. And I wasn't really. I was after the game. It was better competition. So that's
Mhm.
Mhm.
as a player, you really want good challenge.
Was it really different when you entered the
Yeah,
PBA? Was the competition really better, or was since most of you came from the
yeah,
Mika anyway?
exactly.
Wasn't it just the same?
Same set of
No, it
players.
wasn't. It's the same players. They just went up to professional.
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
and so more
It's like
it's more
playing with
money.
them in the houses already, like Boggs and Joey Clofas and those guys.
Yeah.
No different.
But you can't play zone anymore, and the shot clock is from 30 to 25 seconds at that time.
Yeah, but we never played zone anyway in our team because
Oh, really?
the assistant coach said, "Oh, the best way is the man-to-man defense because that's how the Americans do." So
Yeah.
that's what we did.
Okay. All
Mm,
right.
okay.
Charlie, let me go back to 1973 in the Mika.
Yeah, go.
They won a Mariwasa won a championship in controversial fashion. I think you know what happened then. No? 6 or 7 players of Crispa eventually got banned for alleged game fixing. Can you tell us about it? Did you actually experience? Well, you were part of that Mariwasa team, no? What was it like as far as going through that controversy?
Um, it didn't really anything that he do that didn't affect me because I was too young,
Mm-hmm.
and I probably mean a lot to them because I was one of the main players, but I was too young to really affect the 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 run of the team. You know, I just go along with what they want. The consistent the main players they were June Papa, Ipo
Mm-hmm.
Alcantara,
Mm-hmm. Danny
and those
Florencio.
guys. They just go
Yeah.
along with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but what did when you heard about that those game fixing allegations against the opponent? Uh, during that time, what were your thoughts about that? I'm sure you remember that. So a lot of the players of Crispa
But
were being accused.
these guys are the main guys. They could give you the ball, you can't, or they could keep the ball to themselves. So they could fix the games themselves because they were the star players. I wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Hmm.
I was
Right,
just
right.
the one of the good guys that could contribute, but they actually ran the show. Like
Hmm.
Ipuy Alcantara ran the show because he was the point guard.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. But no, but that yun yung may kaso, di ba, Jay? Kinasuhan
Yeah.
yung ibang mga
Yeah.
Crispa
Nanggap.
players. Yeah.
Oo,
Di ba?
na-ban sila.
Do you remember that, sir? That the Crispa players were
Oh yeah,
actually
but
they got
I know all
cases
about
filed
it. But game fixing is only really it could only be run by the point guards because the point guards, no matter how good you are, the point guards don't give you the ball
Yeah,
or the
yeah, yeah.
control of tempo. That's what the game's gonna be.
Right,
Mm.
right, right.
Mm.
That's right.
The
Yeah,
point
yeah.
guards are the heart of the team. If you
Yes, that's
like,
true.
I play point guard here, I could actually pick and choose who I'm gonna give the ball to.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Okay, but that was a solid lineup from Mariwasa at that time. No, you had
Yeah,
Jake
but
Rojas
Mariwasa was
also
a
back then.
strong team.
Yeah, you had Jake Rojas and other guys. No, I don't think the Kula and Sodiano were there already. Or were they already?
Yeah,
Would you know?
but people actually misread it though because a lot of these guys don't want to lose the game. They just shave points.
Yeah.
Like if Mariwasa plays, for example, 7-up, we're
Mm-hmm.
probably 20 points. We're good for 20 points if we play well. They just make
Mm-hmm.
it 10 points. So it's point shaving, really, not losing the
Mm-hmm.
game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
The,
this
the, the, the press, unfortunately, um, put a little bit of a headline title to it, like game fixing.
Of
It's
course.
not. It's just point shaving. Like
Mhm.
if you're if you win against, say, Toyota, 5 points every time, they
Mhm.
just say, "Oh, we'll win by 10 points because the Toyota guys will fix that up for you." You know that's how it is.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
hmm
Cool.
hmm
Were
Yeah,
you
yeah.
ever approached by any of these fixers?
No, no. Some of the players asked me about it, but I said, "Well, it's up to you," because the main guys that get it are the point guards because they are the heart and soul of the team.
Mm-hmm.
They could make you a star, or they could really give you a bad game
Yeah.
Hmm.
because the point
These two.
guards is the heart of the team. Even here, me in Australia, I played a point guard. I could make
Mm-hmm.
I could make the players stars, but and I couldn't make them not play good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because you dictate where it goes. Yeah, I like these
Yes,
photos. This is already in the PBA. This is Noritake already.
Yeah.
It's not. It's so for those who don't know, Noritake was the name of the Mariwasa franchise in those first
That's
couple of
right.
years. So they were
Yeah.
the porcelain makers,
That's right.
the Noritake
Ooh.
porcelain makers, or the Noritake festivals
Festivals.
in 75 and 76. This photo, of course, that's Luke Dakula. Who's the other fellow?
Figuracion.
Mariano Figuracion. He played
Mariano
in
Figuracion.
RP Youth as well, and he played for ABC.
Yeah. The big
That's
guy.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was big, huge. He's actually a cousin of mine
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Ah, really? Okay. From your mom's side?
on my dad's side.
Okay.
Okay.
His playing weight is like 210 pounds.
Yeah, he was a big
Yeah,
guy.
he's a big boy.
Big guy. Yeah. 6'2". Yeah.
Have you kept in touch with any of your former teammates? Did any of
Uh,
them visit you? Have they been visiting you through the years? Those guys who played with you in Mariwasa and Noritake?
I really don't know where they are now. I don't know where they are, so I'll just go home and just see family and meet. Perhaps maybe I'll see you when I get there.
Yeah, that would be great, sir. No, because well, I'm sure you might have heard already because Luke Dakula passed away also a couple of years ago.
Yeah, he
That's right.
passed away. I spoke to him over on the phone when he was very sick. So, and
Wow.
quite a few of them have passed away already. I think June
Yeah.
Papa is gone. Ipo Alcantara is gone.
He's gone also. That's right. Jesse Soliani is
Yeah.
still alive. We're still looking for
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, we're still looking for Jesse. Of course, Big Boy Reynoso is gone as well.
That's right.
Yeah, I was really good friends with June Papa and Ipo Alcantara. We're really good friends.
Yeah, sadly, we don't have the opportunity to have them on the show.
Yeah.
Would be great. But what your memories with Noritake? I mean, first couple of years you had those imports playing with you and
Yeah.
competitive. Of course, Crispa and Toyota were dominating those first couple of years. Those 2 years that you were in the PBA, it was Crispa and Toyota, and everybody else trying to keep up with them. But how would you describe your experience, sir, in the PBA? I mean, it was very short lived, but
That's really
you
good,
did
because
you
I
did
was-
average 9 points a game, so you did play very
Impressive.
well.
Yes.
I was really I enjoyed it because some of those imports are all college players in the US, and they give me a lot of pointers about basketball. It's really good.
Mhm.
They're good.
Like James Cornelius, right? Yeah, that's right.
And who was your coach in the first year,
They
1975?
play well. They tell you they're real good guys.
Mhm. Are
Who
we
was your
coming?
coach, sir? In 1975, who was your coach in Noritake?
75 was I think Nilo Verona.
Oh, Verona, okay.
Wasn't it Emerson Coseteng himself?
He was once coached us. I think for a year. I think and Nilo Verona coached.
Or was it Tito Eduque the
I
year
think
after?
Verona was a Philippine team coach. Tutu Duque, I think, coached us.
Yeah. And I think
Nilo-
Boy Marquez, right? In your second year, was it Boy Marquez?
coached us
Or
as well,
third
but,
year? Yeah, he was an assistant coach. Boy Marquez was an
is
assistant.
good coach, but for some reason, some of the star players don't like him. I don't think the communications are good.
I see. Okay.
I don't know, probably to do with the Philippine team days. I'm not sure. I
Okay.
can't really judge with the guys, but they
But
don't seem to have a good rapport with him.
Seriously?
Mhm.
Okay. He was like the elder person, a statesman in that team, no? He
Yeah,
actually
yeah, 'cause
played
he-
one game for Mariwasa in 1976.
Who's
he
this? Who you
won.
talking
He
about?
won.
Boy
He won the
Marquez.
championship.
Boy
Boy
with them.
Marquez.
Mhm. Wow.
Yeah, Boy
Okay.
Marquez played. So parang playing coach, nag-playing coach siya for a while.
Hindi, assistant coach si Boy Marquez noon eh.
Okay, so
77 yata siya.
assistant playing coach. He was an assistant playing coach.
Yeah, parang gano'n. Pero for one game lang.
Yeah, this is something that our other companion Noel usually asks. But how much higher was your salary from 1974 Mika to 1975 PBA?
PBA.
Was it a significant jump?
I think it's about 20 times.
Wow.
Oh, really?
It was,
Okay.
it was about 400 pesos from Mika, and then all of us in your own 8,000 pesos.
Wow.
Wow.
And
Okay.
what
Obviously,
was the adjustment like for you?
Yeah, it's a huge jump.
Okay.
how about playing wise? Who are the guys that that you remember? I mean, because it was a short 2 years. Who are the guys you remember that you would guard from game to game, and who would guard you, and who were your toughest matchups during your PBA career?
Boggs would be the hardest because he gets the ball all the time. That's the only reason why it's hard, very hard to guard him because he gets the ball all the time. He gets all this, gets all the screens, gets all the ball.
Mm-hmm.
That would be very hard
Mm-hmm.
to guard. Some just get a lot of help from his teammates. So on
Mm-hmm.
one, nobody is really hard to guard.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Who did you have a hard time? Who defended you very well?
I wasn't really a big scorer though because I go with the sets of the team, and I was only
Mm-hmm.
young. I didn't get all the get all the on the set play. I don't get all the first option.
Mm-hmm.
So when from the Philippine team to Mariwasa, I still wasn't gonna be a first option. I know that because Ipoy and Alcantara and Jun Papa and Big Boy Reynoso are always have gotta be the first option. I know that. But I still
Mm-hmm.
put in my whatever I need to put in.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
right. Here's a nice action photo of you trying to defend Mike Bilbao.
Oh yeah, he's passed away now, isn't he?
No, no, he's still around. He's still around. In
Still
fact, he's
around,
back
yeah.
in Manila. He lived in the U.S. for many years, but he's back now in Cavite. He stays here already in the
Played with
Philippines.
him in LaSalle.
Yeah. He almost passed away back in 1984 after
84. That's right. The
a
accident.
very
That's why he had an
serious
accident.
accident. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he had a big accident, but he's okay. He's still around. So, ano siya? He's a survivor. He's there.
Yeah.
He's a lefty. I think that's an import, no? The one standing on top, for Tanduay. The other guy's an import. Looks like a tall.
No, I think
Yes.
that's
That I.
look the color.
Actually, look. No. The other guy with you, but who's the other fellow from Tanduay?
Yeah.
The one on the left looks like an import.
Yeah. I think this is either Tim Hurton or Bill Bozit.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
was
one
from
of the white.
1976 PBA.
Yeah,
What jersey number did you wear, sir?
when we go to go out for socializing in the bars and clubs, we're all good friends.
Mm.
There's a couple of guys watching you. Renato at Etok Lobo is watching. He's saying hi from Chicago.
Oh, hello to him.
And si si Marlo Hakutin, another Cebuano,
Marja.
is watching
Mm-hmm.
you. Marjak,
He
watching.
has
Kamusta
in the
raw?
US already, is he?
No,
He's
it's
in the
here.
US right now, but he's
Right.
based here. He's still based in the Philippines, but he's there for the holidays. I just spoke to him the other day.
Nice.
So
Okay.
some of the former PBA guys are watching you as well. Let's look at the next one. Next photo, please. Is there another one for this set?
Okay. The
Which
one
one
at the
is
left.
this?
The one at the left.
Yes, yes.
Hubert's wearing a the Philippine team jersey.
That's the Philippine team photo.
Yes. Boston Makers, Philippine team, which yeah. You wore number 14. Was there a particular reason for this? Did you choose it? Oh, what happened to you? Charlie, nakamute ka?
Nag-drop out si Sir.
There
Nag-drop
you
out
go.
si Sir. Oo, nawala si Sir Hubert.
Now, I was about to ask him the question why he chose to wear number 14. No, but he
Palagay ko kung
eventually
pag RBT, malamang assigned yan, partner.
assigned
Usually
yan.
ganun yun, di ba?
Correct.
4 to 15 yan usually ang
Uh-uh.
nangyayari dyan. Let me just check on Mr. Hubert to see what's going on. Bakit nawala siya?
Pag-iisip mo, very impressive ang career niya. Ha?
Yeah, just a minute.
Yeah, okay. So we're still trying to get in touch with Hubert right now. No, Charlie is in touch with him right now. What we have here is our guest, Hubert Filipinas, formerly played for the Mariwasa Noritake Porcelain Makers. No? He played 2 years in the PBA from 1975 to 1976. Was also part of the 1974 Philippine youth team that played and won the gold medal in Manila for the third time. No? And then, of course, we spoke about his career. Well, he's now based in Australia, in Adelaide. And we spoke about his career as a member of the Philippine national team as well. So that's the reason why he was part of this team that went to New Zealand for a couple of exhibition games and played against the New Zealand national team.
Yeah, he's trying to come back in. I just talked to Mr. Hubert
All
now.
right,
So
there you go.
medyo
Okay.
technical problems tayo. Didn't expect that.
Yeah.
Kasi, di ba, nasa Australia, is thinking
Yeah.
na smooth sailing yung internet. Pero,
And your test went well. Your test went well
yeah.
with
So,
Quebec. Yeah.
sumasabit ng konti lang. So,
Yeah.
yun na nga. Ang ganda ng mga kwento, no? Of course, this is just 2-year PBA veteran. In his career, he played 81
Exactly.
games, scoring 9.1 points per game. And you know, for that average 9.1, kahit pa paano, gunner ka, di ba? You were able
Yeah.
to play a lot, play enough to score those many points, no?
A two-time national
So,
team
sige,
member.
gawin na lang natin
No?
habang wala si Sir.
No?
Let's just remind everyone we're part
Oh,
of
there you
the Globally
go.
Ballin Network.
Mhm.
Next man up with Diego Dario and Jello Vito. The knockout rounds with Nick Caballero of USD. Super galing na player yan. Unfortunately,
Galing yan.
Pilla didn't do so well. So check that episode out. Watch and listen to us on Spotify. Send us a 5-star rating if you can, please. Show us some love on Spotify. And become our monthly supporter if you can. $4.99. That's in dollars and cents. And then 250 pesos per month on Spotify. And you will be recognized on our future episodes. And like and follow Globally Ballin Southeast Asia on Facebook. And they put tidbits of the different shows on the Globally Ballin Network. Nandyan, little snippets from each of the shows. And para makita ninyo yan. No? Asking if he played against Jimmy Santos.
Mhm.
Probably because Jimmy Santos
Yeah.
was there in
League
the first
pioneer.
year.
Yeah.
League Pioneer. So malamang naglaban sila when Mariwasa or Noritake played 7-Up during
7-Up.
that first
And they're
season.
probably the same height, no? 6'2". Parehong height.
Thereabouts. Oh, mga ganun siguro yon.
Mm-mm.
Just a minute. Just a minute. I need to drop out. I think he's
All right. Okay. Sige, thanks. Charlie, medyo nag-freeze ka ng konti. Okay. And so we were talking about Hubert Filipinas. No, one of the things that we also spoke about was in the 1973 championship that Mariwasa won against Crispa. No, of course there were allegations back then. Of course, that was eventually proven that game fixing what became evident in that championship series, no, against Crispa. So panalo po ang Mariwasa noon, nag-champion sila. I think they were known as Mariwasa Akai at that time, which is a music component brand back then. No? So, is distributor rin yata ng mga koseteng ang Akai. Okay, Charlie, what happened?
Ito nga, he's trying to come in. You know, for some reason, hindi siya makapasok sa StreamYard ulit. But he's trying right now. So, hopefully he comes in. Somebody was talking about the game-fixing scandal 1972. No? Mike Meneses was mentioning.
Meneses, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, 72 daw yun, hindi 73.
Okay.
And then, yun nga, all the different guesses on who the players for the RPU team are. We're looking at the comments right now. Salamat sa inyong lahat who are watching and for your patience, no? Because technical problems nangyayari talaga sa atin. Mm-hmm. On the show, we're seeing some familiar names. Si Eric Pagya, laging nanonood yan, no? Salamat sa inyong panonood. Inaantay lang po natin na makabalik ang ating guest.
Sana good morning also to Ponky Alodor and Aldo Perez watching right now. Django Ars is also watching right now.
No, yeah, si Aldo. Never misses our show. Sir Aldo, the invitation is still open.
Yeah.
Please come on soon. We'll need you in 2023 to share your story with us as well.
And
maganda tong comment ni Tony.
Also,
si Tony, magandang comment ni Tony.
Okay.
Valenzuela. Hubert Filipinas, the most promising player of Mariwasa in the PBA beginnings. Diba? But he barely rings a bell among fans, pero he was really good. That's true. Yun na nga, and that's how it is here. We bring players in, basta sumampa ka sa PBA, pwede ka, no? Dito sa eternity of basketball.
He was barely 20 years old when he joined the PBA in 1975. No, so you have to be very impressed with that. No? So ang bata-bata pa niya noon. I think he was the second to the youngest sa Mariwasa no time na yun. No, ang youngest yata was, if I'm not mistaken, si Pablo. Renan Pablo. So, very impressive. No? Of course, the veterans were there. No? Jesse Soliano, who was a former national team member as well. And of course, June Papa and Epoy Alcantara.
We also like to tell everyone as early as now that next week will be our last episode for the year.
Mm-hmm.
As usual, we will take our Christmas to New Year break dito sa AEOB. Ay, hindi namin naman inakalang aabot tayo ng pangatlong Christmas na dito sa AEOB. Malay ba namin na natatagal tayo ng ganito, no? So,
Sagutin mo to, Charlie, yung kay
yeah.
Edwin Ortega.
Okay, Edwin, no, he's not a Phil foreigner. He's a pure Filipino
Mhm.
from Cebu, but he's
Yeah.
been living in Australia since,
For
as he
45
was
years.
telling us, in 1976, after the PBA, he moved to Australia already because an Australian team offered him a contract to play pro ball over there
Yun, no?
after he was there playing with the barnstorming with a team composed of PBA players.
Uh-huh.
And in-offer siya to play pro ball there. So he played there. He's been living there
Nauna
for
siya kay Kai
almost all his
Sotto.
life. For almost all his life, no? For
Yeah.
about 2/3 of his life, andun siya.
Yeah.
So, kaya naman, Aussie na.
Oo. Ang slang
Sir
niya, ang
Hubert.
diction niya, di ba?
Yeah, and I think he's back, no? He's coming in right now. Bit of a problem.
Even his nickname is already Aussie.
Ayan!
Yeah.
Sir, you're back. Welcome back. Okay, we thought we lost you, but thank you for coming back in. So we've been telling the fans about your career and how you ended up there. Some of them just tuned in. They're asking, how you made it all the way there to Australia. We're explaining to them. But let's go back. Let's go back to the time capsule. Let's more photos that we have for you, sir. We'll enter the second half of the time capsule now. This part is brought to us by Ni Hao Bread Bakery Tagaytay. Check out their goodies on social media. You can order through their social media, rather. They deliver to Metro Manila, Cavite, Laguna via Lala Move and Tok Tok. Okay, let's enter the second half. Ni Hao Bread Bakery Tagaytay time capsule. More photos of Sir Hubert, Filipinas. What's this photo? Here is a photo with a list of players. Some of them are... Who are those on the top?
Ray Pajes,
Ching.
and then
Oh,
Hubert Filipinas, and then Baby Boy Morales, and then Ching Ching Marcelino, and
Bernie Fabiosa
and
Boise.
Henares. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're featured with all these guys. One of them's been a guest on our show. What does it
Yeah,
say?
I know.
Hubert Filipinas. You remember this? Do you remember this?
I know all of them. They're all friends of mine.
Do you remember the article?
I don't remember, but I know the guys. All of them I do. They're friends. From
Okay.
some time or another, we will run into each other and we're good friends.
Okay, let me read the part of the article.
About him.
Hubert Filipinas is the flirty type, effusive in his emotions, demonstrative. If he feels like holding your hand in front of your mother, he'll do it. If he thinks you look devastating, he'll say it. Yes, he believes in Valentine's Day. It's a special day for a girlfriend, he says. He has no girlfriend at present, however, so there'll be nothing special this year, he claims. I think this is a V-Day special.
Yeah, this is a Valentine's Day feature on the players for sure. So at the time, you didn't have a girlfriend, Sir Hubert. So wala kang girlfriend nung panahon na to. Naghahanap pa.
I was only in my teens.
Yeah, that's right. Just to point out to everybody, and Jay was saying this, sir, while you were trying to fix your connection again. You entered the PBA. You were 20 years old.
Yeah, 20, but I've played Mika before that. You gotta remember.
That's right. So you were playing Mika in your teens. You were in the PBA at 20, and by 22, you were out of the PBA.
Incredible.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you were playing pro ball in Australia. So in a lot of these guys,
I was supposed to be in Australia only for three years for a contract, but when the 3 years finished, other teams picked me up, and so that's what happened.
That's right. So you were able to play, for a couple of teams, North Adelaide and West Torres. What was it like playing for these teams? I mean, obviously it's a different system, different culture. Was there a big adjustment for you, or were you able to assimilate yourself very easily sa mga teams na yun sa Australia?
No, it took probably a year to adjust, but basketball is basketball wherever it is,
Mm-hmm.
The system, and They're mostly they use the European system. With a lot of Russians play here. Even now, when I play on Monday nights, because we got a team on Monday nights and we train during the week. A lot of them are Russians and Latvians and Lithuanians and Ukrainian, Russian guys.
Mhm.
So there's no Filipino in my team now. All Europeans and some Australian guys. But most of Australian guys are all from Europe.
Hmm. Now, how impressed are you now with the Australian national team program? I think you're in the top five, if not number 3 or number 4.
Oh yeah, yeah. There was no way, but they'll become very good because they we play here every all year round. There's no seasons here.
Mm,
Uh-huh.
okay,
So,
Yeah, the
oh,
NBL is a very competitive league.
very
yeah,
competitive. Yeah.
when you play professional league here and you got an injury or you maybe you're not in shape or you're not really playing well, whatever the reason is, you could play on the lower league and then come back to the professional league. That's because most of these professional leagues are owned by lower teams, so they own them.
Hmm.
So they feel you're at your optimum shape before they'll put you in.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Like
In the place where you stay, have you been in Adelaide for all these years, or have you been going from province to province or place to place, state to state
no, I
rather?
played for a long time. I just jump from one team to another. Like,
Mm.
Mhm.
but there's a lot of basketball courts here. You could train really yourself. It's very hard in Manila to train, but here there's a lot of training facilities.
Hmm.
And you mentioned you still play every week, not twice a week. So see, Sir Hubert
Three
still
times.
plays everybody at the age of I'll tell everybody
Yeah.
67. You still play regularly, so you're better off than a lot of us who don't get to play
What's your
anymore.
weight now, Sir Hubert?
Sorry,
What's your weight now?
my weight
Yeah, yung
Yeah,
timbang mo.
same as my playing weight. Same,
Wow,
hasn't
same.
changed. Yeah,
Wow. I
fantastic.
just like to mention I was with Coach Jong Wichiko, an old friend of Sir Hubert. I was with Coach Jong Wichiko during the PBA coverage a couple of days ago. So I mentioned to him that our guest was going to be Sir Hubert, and Jong Wichiko remembers he was a young boy watching Sir Hubert play, and you kept dunking. You kept dunking in La Salle during the warm ups. At,
yeah,
at the time when dunking wasn't really the thing yet, you were
yeah.
already doing.
It was easily done when you're young and light, but now I'm a slave of gravity now because I'm older and a little bit heavier.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's great that you've kept yourself in shape. What's the next photo? Let's look at the next one. Claude,
Night
next photo,
watch.
please.
Yeah, night watch.
Oh, there, night watch.
Yeah,
Okay,
grizzly
what's
like
this?
a bear. Okay, from
Yeah,
what
this
I
is an
know,
article. Yeah.
it's an article on the UTEX import Dan Knight, no, 0610. And I think a part of a photo in that article is the one wearing number 8 is Hubert Filipinas guarding Dan Knight. Do you remember Dan Knight, Hubert?
Yeah. I think he was an NBA player.
He was,
Mhm.
yes. Yeah, he also passed on. Yeah, he's passed away as well, alongside Cyrus Mann, who also
Yeah,
passed on.
Cyrus Man. Yeah. I don't think
Cyrus
Cyrus Man was
Manta.
NBA player. That night was NBA player. He was really good because
He was.
the American guys are good friends of mine because being very young, the American guys like to take me along with them because I used to hang around with. I don't know if you remember a guy by the name of Bill Robinson.
Of
Bill
course, of
Robert.
course.
Robinson.
Yeah, Big Billy. Yeah, Billy
Mm.
Robinson.
Cisco Oliver. They used to
Cisco
Uh-huh.
be really
Oliver.
good friends.
Yeah, yeah.
Those were your guys. Cornelius also. Cornelius,
Buster
Cisco, Oliver, Billy
Cornelius.
Robinson.
Cyrus Man used to be a good friend of mine.
Really? Okay. Ah, that's
Yeah.
nice.
Just a few
Yeah,
months ago he passed away.
yeah, because we go to the same gym. We they ring me up, so we go to the gym. So I'll pick him up. This guy didn't have a car, so I'll pick him up.
So,
Oh yeah.
okay.
Because you
What
can.
gym was
Because
this?
Mariwasa.
The imports are very, very cunning. They're very clever. They're cunning. When they go to Philippines, they don't want a car.
Ah,
Yeah.
They're very clever. Because they don't want the car, they want the money.
okay.
I'm looking at your jersey. It's number 8. Is there a particular reason why you chose number 8 in the PBA?
Because I used to idolize Danny Florencio.
Okay, there you go.
Another one.
What
You know how
Probably.
many guests we've had? We've had so many guests who've said Danny Florencio was their idol.
Practically
Yeah, 'cause
95% of our 70s. Yes, yeah.
I was in elementary school and I compiled all his photos. Danny Florencio and Ed Rocky was my hero. So I've got all the photos when I was young. I don't know if it's still there because my parents passed away and the house is not ours anymore. So
Yeah.
I used to file all the photos when I was maybe elementary school.
Okay. So what was it like when you were 18 years old and you were playing against him already?
Oh, he's good because I played against him. I played with him too because we went to Baguio together. We got imported, me and Danny.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He-
Liga Labas.
Yeah, we were good friends. You know, he called, rings me and said, "Oh, we got a game at whatever place, so we go there." I think we played in Paco somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
We were imports, so we had a good fun there. Fiesta, I think the Fiesta there.
Nice. The funny thing is, we're looking at this photo. We see Sir Hubert on the photo on top. We talk about Dan Knight. But
Mm-hmm.
one of our followers, noticed the advertisement at the bottom. Spice of Life Sauna.
That's it.
Spice of sa San Banda yung sa Cubao, Quezon City, nakalagay sa ilalim. It said Cubao, Quezon City.
Experience
Experience
a
the
helpful.
healthful atmosphere of Spice of Life Sauna. I wonder if any of you players used to go to Spice of Life Sauna back in Cubao, Quezon City.
Baka
back
ito
in the
yung
day.
gym na pinupuntahan yon, Hubert. Ha?
Yeah.
The older guys always go there.
Oh, see, that's why I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you were young. You were barely out of your. You were still in your teens during that
Yeah.
time.
When you
Yeah. So you got.
when you're
Was that
you
right?
never get sore, you know, and then you don't get the the soreness and all that. That doesn't matter. You play all day, 3 times, 4 times a day. It doesn't matter. Well,
That's
the
right.
older guys go there.
Yeah.
Sir Yu,
That's crazy.
tinatanong ni Edwin Ortega kung feel foreigner po ba kayo? Baka naman kasi sa sobrang strict ng accent niyo, baka naman pwede makapagtagalog kayo at kung baka magaling pa kayo magtagalog.
Magaling pa rin ako mag-Tagalog. Marunong pa rin, pero
Yeah.
may accent ako ng konti.
Oh, siyempre. Kasi 40 plus years ba naman? That's very understandable. You've basically lived there most of your life.
Minsan, pinagtatawanan ako ng mga Tagalog dito kasi yung mga words ko, mga antik na eh.
Makaluma. Edwin, ayan narinig mo magtagalog.
Mga Tagalog kasi Taglish na ngayon eh.
Tama. At saka you're from the Visayas so, di ba?
Exactly.
Sometimes, mas magaling talagang you speak Bisaya or English more than Tagalog even. My mother's from the Visayas as well.
You've got accent there as well, so the accent is pagtatawanan ka dahil your accent is different. You got an English accent but nagbibisaya ka.
pero nagtatagalog kayo diyan sa bahay.
Hindi rin.
Hindi na rin talaga.
Mix.
Okay. Tell us about what I'm curious about is about your playing days there in Australia.
Agreed.
I mean, what position did you play? Were you a guard already because everybody's much bigger than you? And then,
I still play again now.
So you?
What's that? Oh, parang nawawala yung boses eh.
Pero di siya naka-mute So
Hey,
you?
sir, can you hear us?
Yun, naka-mute. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, now we can hear you now.
Salita kay sir.
This cool.
Ayun.
Yeah. Okay, it's good. So, I mean, and then what position you were you asked to bring the ball, or were you a two guard? Were you an off guard? Were you an off guard or a point guard?
Two guard, actually.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And your centers were so much bigger.
Hindi tayo siya naririnig.
I wasn't really that big. I'm not a big guy, really. Even here in Australia, I'm not that big.
Oh, yeah, that's why. So, but a lot of the centers are so much bigger over there. So you had to adjust your game. If you wanted to make a shot, against Mon Fernandez, he's 6'4". I'm sure the centers over there are 6'10", 6'9", easily. Yeah,
but all basketball games really are predicated on pick and roll. So before you really do anything, you got to think of pick and roll first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you can't. Basketball is not a one-on-one game. Once it's a team game, you really have to take into account the 4 players with you. If you
Mm-hmm.
could use them as a pick and roll, you can't really do one-on-one. You gotta look at basketball in a team sense where there's 4 players with you.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yung 1977, you left already, no? Naglaro dito yung Ramrod Blocks of Australia. A visiting team that participated in the PBA Invitationals in 1977 along with the Brazilian team MTech Sacradels. Were you familiar with that team na pumunta rito sa Pilipinas at naglaro sa PBA?
No, I haven't heard of them, but they could be anybody really, because there's a lot of teams here. They go to Europe, they go to the Baltic states, they go to Singapore, China, and they just name themselves any team, and they just a selection of teams. There's a lot of teams here, really.
I'm looking at this photo, Sir Hubert, and just to tell everyone that you weren't the only one who played in Australia at the time. Samson Van Neri, who's there,
yes, teammate din niya.
in the photo with you,
teammate
also played there with you. Who recruited him? Did you recruit him, or did the team
It
recruit
was
you
with
two
Chris,
together?
and I said to him, one of the guys in Australia wanted another player. I said, "Well, are you interested?" He said, "You speak to him." I said, "Yeah, I want to go." So he went, because the
You
other
both
guys,
scored.
they wanted someone young. So they didn't want anybody over 25. So I'm looking for somebody under 25, because I was only 20 then, or 21 or something. But so I was looking for someone young. They don't want any of the old players. The reason being, they wouldn't have as much years left with them, and they got family to look after as well. So that would be expensive.
Right.
Yeah.
Did Sammy Neri stay in Australia as well?
Yeah. But he's gone home now. He's gone back. He's retired.
Wow.
Okay, so he's back here. But it says here, just for everyone who can't see the picture clearly, it says that both Sammy Neri and Hubert Filipinas both scored in double digits in the win of the team. And then there's some quotes from them. What I also notice is right below is the name, a playmaker, Brian Gurgin. Do you remember playing against him? He's the coach now of the Australian national team.
Yeah, I played against him. He's all right. He's good.
And he's here now.
Yeah.
He's coaching a team here in the PBA, sir. I don't know if you're aware of that. There's a team playing in the PBA.
There's a lot of American guys here, a lot of Russians, Latvians. Even my teammates here on Monday night, there's one from Latvia, ex-Russian guy, from Serbia. There's one they're from all over Europe.
Wow, yeah. So this guy, man, how funny it is to see Brian Gurgin's name. He was just on TV last night coaching his team to the semifinals, and he's in the same article as Sir Hubert Filipinas. So that's crazy. How that happens. Yeah. So he's still around, and he's still high strung, and he's fighting with the referees all the time.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Always when he's playing basketball, it's always like that. He talks a lot.
Yeah. He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. Now, when the game's not going on, he's a nice guy to talk to. Lots of basketball knowledge to share. But on the court, when the game's going on, he's barking at the referees all the time.
Yeah, that's what he's like.
But they have a big chance of winning the championship.
Yeah. Very good chance. Yeah. Artistahin pala kayo no? Para kay si Juan Rodrigo. Yung bigote talaga na 70s, iba, no?
70s bigote talaga lahat, no? Yung mga players. But it's nice to see that.
Just a human being. That's all I could describe myself.
Yeah, but it's great. It's great that you guys got your recognition playing in Australia.
Exactly.
So here's proof. There's proof that you guys played. It says you played very well, both of you. You and Samson Van Neri, who maybe we can invite if we can find him.
Sana.
The reason why I stayed here was just because of the system here, really. Because I got injured once. It wasn't heavy injury, but I went to the doctor and said it's free. I didn't have to pay anything. So I thought, this is a nice country. I'm going to live here. They sold me the country there. And then when there's no basketball game, we're allowed to work, and we worked. And we went back to school. And And the school
Yes,
was
you were
free
able
then,
to.
but now it's pay
Yeah.
now. But in my days here, school was free. University was free.
You went back to
So,
school,
Yeah,
and what course did you take up?
electronic.
Oh, there you go. Okay,
so you
still
got your
Yeah,
degree there. You weren't
mm,
able
yeah.
to get your degree here in the Philippines, right?
No, I was electrical engineering there, but I didn't
Yeah.
finish because I was only so
Yeah.
young. But
That's right.
I
Yeah, yeah.
did
Because you
electronic.
went into basketball.
Yeah,
mhm.
Yeah.
I worked
That's
for a
right. So you're
company
able
for
to.
so many years till I
The,
retired.
Are
the
you
faculty.
retired now, or are you still working?
I'm retired now.
That's great.
Okay.
Enjoying your retirement.
W- Uh,
Yeah, yeah. I'll catch up with you guys when I go there. I'll get in touch with you. So
Oh, pretty sure. That would be
and
we'll have
great.
when
some
was
That
lunch,
would be great.
we'll have
when
dinner.
was the last time you were here?
Well, 4 years ago, I don't know, before the pandemic.
Yeah,
How long ago
20,
when
2018,
Philippines?
2018. Mm,
1993,
okay,
2003.
you're
2000.
still in
Oh,
touch with
that
your
long.
former teammates.
3 years ago we were there.
Whenever you go home, you still get in touch with your former teammates. You still get together.
Um, I get in touch with my hi- high school teammates and the college teammates and some of the commercial teammates in Cebu.
Mm-hmm.
And in Manila, I get in touch with, I don't know if you know Ulysses Rodriguez.
Of course, a former
Yeah, I
guest.
ring him.
Yeah,
He's my compadre.
yeah, yeah. He's a former guest
Yeah,
also.
Yeah,
yeah.
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 Yuli.
I get in touch with him and Ed Rocky sometimes I ring him.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Ed Rock is still around, still okay.
Yeah, he's
This
still
How
around.
about this photo?
He-
How about this photo, sir? What is this? Is this your Australian team, or is this just like a company league or something?
Oh, this is the Port Adelaide Basketball Club, which is the Adelaide Basketball Club.
Mm-hmm.
Basketball
Okay,
club. This some of them are already passed away. They're not here anymore. They're gone.
Okay. What
there's
year
at
was
least
this?
two.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's at least two Filipinos there. What year was this,
Yeah,
sir?
that's Samineri.
Okay.
Seminary. Okay,
And
all
there's
right.
another one, right? Isn't there another Filipino? 53 and 4, and you're number 15.
I'm number 15,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the one
What
on
the
the
number?
extreme right hand side sitting down, that's Sammy, and the rest are all Australians.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the number 4 guy's an Australian. Okay, I thought he was Filipino as well.
All right. I noticed you're wearing a thick kneecap. No, were you protecting your knee back then?
Yeah, yeah. I was protecting my knee. I thought it was an injury, and then when the medical system was a little bit better, I didn't have it
Mm-hmm.
operated, and they said it was arthritis, and they cured it easily.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could have made a mistake of having it operated, and luckily I just put a, a knee pad and put up with it. And then when
Yeah.
the medical system was a little bit more modern, and they said, well, that's arthritis. There's it's all, you could cure it by dieting and exercising, and that's what I did.
Wow.
Nice. Nice, nice. Yeah. What did you say? What year was this, sir? Itong picture na to?
It's probably in the 80s, I think,
80s, yeah.
1980s.
It's yung forma. Yeah, yeah. I was just thinking.
It's the Port Adelaide Basketball Club. Port Adelaide.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
played in Melbourne and Sydney.
Nakakatakot
You were
yung
in your
naka-jacket eh, no?
you were in your 30s. The guy in the jacket, is he a coach or was he a player as well?
Oh, he's a player. He played in Europe for a long time. He
Oh,
played in Germany.
wow,
I think.
okay. Oh, wow, okay.
Scary
Big
looking
man.
guy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Most of the players here are European.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's not many Australian. Well, they might be Australian, but they all played Europe and come back here.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
See,
that's
like
right.
on Monday nights we talk about basketball, and they all played in Europe. They're Serbian, Lithuanian,
Mm-hmm.
Croatian,
Yeah, madami
Russian,
dyan eh.
Russians like this. Yeah.
Even a lot of the
Wow.
national team players, if you look at their last names, they're actually from Eastern Europe.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
see, Bogut is from Croatia. His parents were from
Correct.
Croatia.
That's
Mm-hmm.
right. That's right.
A lot of Serbians. Like I don't know if you remember a guy by the name of Palubinskas, Edi Palubinskas. He's a
Mm-hmm.
Lithuanian.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Okay. Cool. At least we were able to find this photo. Okay, what's the next one? Let's look at the next one as we go along. The timeline of Sir Hubert. This is
Ah,
you
nice.
already today. So we're talking
I
about
don't
you
think
in
you want to
retirement
see.
now. Yeah,
Yeah.
in retirement now and all that. But this is a nice one. Let's go to that last one. There's one more after this, right? Let's check the last one out. because it's important. Here you
Oh,
are.
there you
Because
go. The
you are the
first.
predecessor. You're the predecessor of this guy. Everybody thinks, wow, Kai is the first Filipino to play in Australia. No.
Yep.
Hubert Filipinas played there. Samson Vaneri played there as well back in the 70s. And Kai Sotto's there now playing for Adelaide, which is there where you are right now.
Yeah,
You
that's
got
all.
to meet him.
I train three mornings a week or 3 times a week, and they train there as well. So I see Manny and Kai, Manny Malu. But Manny is going to Melbourne now, Sydney.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a chat. I know a lot of the players there.
Mhm.
What are your thoughts about Kai?
Oh, he'd be good. He'd be good.
Okay, is he doing well
He'll
right
be
now at the NBL?
a better development here than in the Philippines. In the Philippines, he'll be they'll stick him inside because he's a big guy, but he's plays everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's my problem in the Philippines before, because they put me inside as a power forward or as a center in some teams, but here I was a point guard.
Right. They play you the right
We
positions. But did you get to talk to Kai? Did you give him some piece of advice?
Oh yeah, I told him, but he probably. I said to him, "We'll be okay here." I said, "You might even want to live here for good." Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
because see, when you get older, regardless of whether you got you earn a lot of money or not, they'll still give you a pension here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's a
Right.
good system, and the medical system is free.
That's right.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, of
It's
course.
free. Like if you get injured in basketball, they fix you up free. So I don't know if he wants to go home. It's up to him, really. But if I was to decide, I'll stay here because
The of course his goal right now
children.
is to make it. His goal right now is to make it to the NBA, and hopefully he does somewhere along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of the Russians actually live here. Like a lot of Russians that played in Europe and played in US, they all come here and live here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who's this other fellow that you're with in the photo? Is that his teammate?
That's Manny Malu. He's from Africa. Manny.
Okay.
He's in Melbourne now.
Okay. Does he play for the Melbourne team in the NBL? This
He used
guy.
to play for Adelaide, and I don't know if he plays for Melbourne team or he just played for the city team. But he's from
Okay.
he plays in the EuroLeague for a while, and then in
Mm,
the African League, and then he played here. But he lived here he's from Perth. He lives in Perth.
okay. Did you get to meet also the father of Kai, or was it just Kai that you met?
Does he come here? I don't know. I think it's only
I'm,
Kai
I'm
that comes here. I've never seen him.
oh, okay. Maybe the father wasn't there because I know the dad might have accompanied him for a while, but maybe didn't stay. He
Yeah,
also played in the PBA. He's about 6'7".
he'll be good. Kai would be good. He'll be okay.
I really hope he makes it to the NBA. That's what we're all hoping for. Is this the last
Well,
photo?
he's got a better chance of making it to NBA from here than from the Philippines, really.
Yes. Definitely. We agree with that. I think
Yeah,
everyone knows that the development obviously will be faster over there.
yeah, because
And
nobody picks up anyone from the Philippines or from Asian League. They always pick it
yeah,
up from here.
yeah.
Like the new ones from 36ers is Josh Giddey is from here.
Yeah. Josh Giddey. Yeah.
Joe
Yeah,
Ingles is
That's
from
right.
here.
Uh-huh.
Joe Ingles. Yeah,
And
Yeah, the Australian program is really top notch. I mean,
impressive.
they
Yeah.
almost won the world championship. So
yeah, but
yeah.
I think Philippines could do exactly the same thing. But you know what's killing us really in the Philippines?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
It's the weather.
So
Really,
Nothing to
the
do
weather.
with people knowing know what to do and what not to do with basketball. I think people in the Philippines are good at basketball. It's the weather that's a killer.
really. Why do you say that, sir? Why?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm a good example of that. I could train here 4 times a week. I don't get tired, but I train the Philippines um, once a week. I'm tired already.
Mm.
Okay.
It's a cool weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I
And
get that.
the
I get that
repetition
part.
that you do, see, if you do 300, 400 shots a day, you wouldn't get tired. But do it in the Philippines. Don't train 400 shots a day. I don't think you could do it.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
That's nuts. That's nuts. Yeah. No, I understand that.
Because
I understand
because
that.
sports is really practice. Oh, basketball, tennis, basketball, and all this. It's all practice reps. They call it in a modern term is repetition. So
Mm-hmm.
repetitive practice, like pick and rolls and and separation moves and dribble
Uh-huh.
dribble and dribble and drive, that sort of stuff. It's all repetition. It's not really like, even if you study that in the book, you'll never master it. If you the only way you master is just practice it.
Yeah, but we're glad that you told us, and it's impressive that you still play basketball to this day. So well, that's
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
bas- that's your that that's something that a lot of the guys want to do here. But yeah, it's just tough to.
I don't think
But
the weather would let you do it there. It'll be expensive because you have to air condition the stadium to
Mm.
um, make it easy for the guys. But here it's really nice and cool.
Mm-hmm.
How,
Mm-hmm.
is it
And the
what
people playing an
seasons
over
over
60,
there?
and there's an over 75s already.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? Okay.
You get over 75 playing ex professional players over 75. I mean, that's just it's the weather that's really making them do it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So right now, I was gonna say it's different seasons over there in Australia, but right now, how's the weather there?
It's warm, but the air is cool. It's
Okay,
sunny but cool.
Okay.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the son of Bert De La Rosa is watching right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Bert De La Rosa is watching right now. His son is the one who commented.
Oh, there you go.
So
Papa's teammate.
your yeah,
So,
your former teammate.
standing pa rin yung invitation mo kay Bert de la Rosa, di ba?
Yeah, of course. Coach Robert, daddy mo ha, please. Roberto,
I
come
played,
on. Ha?
I
Mag-guest ka na
played
sa
with him,
2020.
Robert Rosa and a Philippine team, RP Youth.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
He played for
1974.
Dubai also.
We saw him in the picture earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. He was in the photo
I
earlier
went to
with that
school with
hair.
him at TCU.
Mhm. May when you come over, we'll set it up. We'll see all these guys, Cheeky and
Yeah,
all
yeah,
the
we'll
other
go out
guys.
for dinner or lunch or something. We'll s-
Yeah,
we'll,
yeah.
we'll catch up.
Once you come over,
Absolutely.
sir, we're no, we're, well, we've heard your story about how you ended up there, played here in the Philippines, and ended up there. Before we go into our regular segments, I'd like to ask you, in your Mika and PBA career, which is about 5 years, who were your five favorite teammates?
My favorite teams. Well, Big Boy Reynoso was good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Um, and another team is Jesse Suliano was good.
okay,
Okay.
June Papa, Anipo
okay,
Alcantara,
Uh-huh.
okay, and one more.
and Margano. Figuracion probably would be
Figuracion.
another one.
Figuracion.
Figuracion.
Mariano
Oh,
Figuracion.
so those are your five favorite teammates. Okay,
Kind of
great, great.
expected that, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's enter our segments. Let's enter our regular segments now, sir. As we're coming to the end, towards the end of our show. That was the time capsule. Thanks for all the photos. Sid was unable to join us today. But let's enter now what we call the Twilight Zone. The Twilight Zone means we're coming towards the end of our show. And the first segment of our Twilight Zone is a segment called X's or O's. It's brought to us by Hinalaban Farms. Check out hinalabanstore.com, Lazada, and Shopee for their products at Life Flour and Coffee. Sir, for X's or O's, I'm going to give you some choices. Just tell me what your choice is. It's a list of choices. You tell me which your choice is. You don't have to explain why. We'll go through the list right now. Okay, let's start right now. Number one, Jake Rojas or Jesse Soliano?
That's a hard one. Did I pass that one?
You'll pass, or is it a tie? You can say it's a tie.
I'll probably take Jesse because
Oh,
Jack Ross
Jesse.
has
Okay.
passed away a long time ago. But
Okay.
they're both just as much like a
Mm.
like a big brother to me, both of them.
Cebuano rin kasi si Jake Rojas eh. Oo.
Yeah, Jake is really they all have good good help with me. They're really good advice to me. Those two guys. Yeah. Jesse is still around. Jake is gone, but they're both really good.
Mhm.
Okay, the next one. Coach Tito Eduque, Coach Emerson Coseteng, or Coach Boy Marquez?
They're all good. So see, you got to remember, I was very young then. I was very raw, and I could absorb a lot of things. And they're all people that really give me a lot of good advice and good help me a lot. And I can't really remember them to be any really done anything wrong with me.
Okay, so it's a tie, triple tie.
Mhm.
Okay, next is Epoy Alcantara or Luke Dacula?
you, you, you know, I have such a good run with playing the Philippines. All of those were really good friends of mine. Epoy, and even Box, Ronaldo, and Nano, and Ray
And
Franco. They're
both
all
have
good
passed
friends.
away, huh?
Yeah,
Both have
yeah.
passed
Yeah,
away, so you
that's
can't
why
excuse anymore.
I feel really sad because you know why? I was very young when I was there, and they took me in their wings like a baby.
Agree.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay. Next, let's go to the next one. If that's a tie, the next one is Billy Robinson or Cisco Oliver.
No, that's the same because they're yeah, I can't really because those guys they are my lifelong friends. All of them are really.
Mm.
If I
Okay,
was
so let's.
really a billionaire, I'll give them big bucks to really keep him happy if they need it. Really
No,
good guys.
let's see how if all of these are going to be ties. The next one is Jenny Lucindo or Big Boy Reynoso.
Big boy, I played with him for more
Okay,
more years, but
okay.
Jenny,
Mhm.
There's a
I played
choice.
with him for a short time. But the guy, I've never heard anything bad word against him. Really,
Uh
Mhm.
huh. Uh-huh. This
very
next one.
because I'm only
Go ahead.
young from Saya, and they're very accommodating to me. They never say anything against me.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, this next one. These are the shooters. Bogs, Papa, Estoy Estrada, Atoy ko.
Um, Boggs is more the clean living guy, but the rest are uh, all Boggs and probably Manny Panera, the clean living guys. But the other guys are really, they're all nice guys. So they're all good, my good friends of mine. I'm sad to see some of them gone already.
Mhm.
Mhm. So which one is your
Um,
choice? Bogs, Jun Papa, Estoy, or Atoy?
um, I'll have to treat them equally actually because Boggs is a nice
Okay.
guy too. Because Um, I could remember him when he was carrying the ball for the Philippine team, and the other guys didn't want to do it. And then I said, "Bogs, I carried that for you." The other one because he was carrying two bags of basketball, and he said, "Yeah, that's good." And so, I'm very thankful, and that's the way things are. And when I go to Manila, sometimes I ring them too, to Bogs,
Mhm.
and I haven't in touch with Ato, but I've had all good memories with Ato. He's been nice to me too when
Maybe
we
we'll
went
see
away.
when you come back. Okay, how about
Yeah.
this next one? Defending Jaworski or defending Atoy ko?
Um, See, you got to remember in basketball when you're defending players, they already have the. This is how basketball works, even here in Australia. If
Mhm.
like me, I'm given 10 points a game or 15 points a game, I'll defend you up to that point. That's how it is in basketball. I don't know if you guys are aware of that because some of those guys are really snowed with ball passing they pass the ball to them all the time to score. So there
Mhm.
is a point that they can score that much, and then you keep them to that level. And
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure I've done my job there. So I've got no choice there. I just do my job.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Mark. Next one. Mark Ariola or Boy Adolfo?
They're both guards, so they're God, so they're all nice to me. They're both, yeah, they're all right. They're nice guys, two nice guys. I
Another
haven't
tie.
had any,
Another tie.
yeah,
Okay, next one. Yuli Rodriguez or Gavino Amomonpon?
Well, this is interesting.
yeah. Gavino, I played with him, and I've known him since college days. And Yuli is my compadre.
So Yuli would probably be your choice.
I don't know if Gavino is still around.
I'm
I
not
don't
sure
know
also.
either. I don't know
Bobby
either.
Yeah,
Amamapon, right? Yeah. Mm-mm.
yeah,
Yeah.
but Yuli, I'll keep in touch with him. Yeah,
Mhm.
Mhm. So Bobby,
because
most likely
that's
Yuli would be
Uh-huh.
okay.
Okay. Okay, how about this one? Some imports. Snake Jones or Cyrus Man?
Snake Jones would be the better one. Yeah,
Snake
Really?
Jones. Okay.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Your PBA career or your Mika career?
PBA career would be better.
Okay.
Okay.
Crispa or Toyota?
Uh, I've been recruited by both teams.
Yeah,
That's right.
exactly.
Yeah, I've
Now
been
you have to choose.
recruited by Toyota first, and then Crispa, but I ended up with Mariosa because they give me more money. But the whole Crispa and Toyota would be on par with each other, really.
So it's a tie again.
Mm.
Okay, Celtics or Lakers?
I think Celtics.
Celtics. Okay.
Okay.
Offense
Boston
or
pala.
defense?
Now you're asking for a basketball player. You got to do both.
Gotta do both.
Okay.
Okay, it's another both
Yes,
important.
because
Okay.
the reason
Uh-huh.
being, I'll tell this to my the guys that I coach. The reason being, you got to do both because there's times that you can't score and there's times that you could score. If you could score, you could ease up on your defense if you want. But if you couldn't score, you better do some work in your defense.
Because they're directly
Mm.
related. Okay. I get it. Okay, next one. Ruben Pablo or Renan Pablo?
Oh, they're all good guys.
Brothers.
They're good guys that really were borderline superstars. But it's just the problem with those guys. They're very quiet. They're not very assertive. You to be in the next level, you got to be assertive.
Renan was your
You know?
teammate, right? Ruben played for Great Taste.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ruben, and then the other Pablo is Renan was with us,
Yeah.
and they're so quiet. I mean, there's a little bit of um, there's a little of drive to really make it in basketball. Really, you have to be pushy. It's like any job, like broadcasting. You got to be pushy to get the job that you want.
Right. I get that. Okay, next. Mariano Figuracion or Samson Van Neri?
Mariano, because he's my cousin.
There you go.
Okay. There you go. There's a choice. Okay. Then the last one, let's show the photo, please. This one you have to make a choice because this is a Filipino has to make a choice on this one. Please show the photo. Vilma Santos or Nora Honor?
Si Ate V o si Ate Guy? Nako, nag-pause yata si nag-freeze yata si
Mukhang nag-freeze si sir.
That's for you.
Are you there, sir? I think he froze.
Yeah.
Again. Yeah.
Sir, are you there?
Parang wala yata si sir.
Video out muna dapat siguro siya. Tapos, wala, pati audio, wala, no?
Yeah, wala eh. Yeah, none right now. So, hirap na hirap si Sir Hubert mag-choose, no? Sa mga choices natin sa X's or O's. Halos lahat tabla. Mabait. Parang politiko. Pwede maging politiko si Sir. Dahil tabla, halos lahat, no? Mahirap na...
doesn't want to take sides.
Yun. So, he's dropped out already. Hopefully, he comes back right in. So we can wrap it up. Kakaiba tong episode natin, Jay, simply because the career was so short sa PBA, pero humaba yung career sa Australia.
Exactly.
Di ba yung ibang guest kasi natin, naglaro dito, maikli man ang career dito, hindi na tumuloy, di ba? Hindi na naglaro ng basketball anywhere, nagtrabaho na. Umalis ng bansa, di ba? Pero
ito talaga, yung career talaga niya, nag-blossom pa further. No, apparently.
That's right. Naglaro pa sa ibang bansa. At saka nauna, bago kay Kai Sotto nga, dalawa sila. Hubert Filipinas, our guest today, and Sammy Van Neri.
And it's not just like any other country. This is Australia that he played for. No?
At recruit sila. Partner, hindi sila nag-apply. Kumbaga sila yung kinuha. So may nakita yung mga tao doon, yung mga teams in Australia, di ba? Sa kanila. Or at least to kay Hubert to recruit him to stay.
And we have a comment. We have comment. It took 12 months negotiating to get them here. Ganun kapursigido ang North Adelaide sa pagkuha sa kanila. No? Impressive.
That's right, di ba?
No? So if you can only, I can imagine kasi segue ko yan sa seryosong tanong mamaya, no? Should be very nice, no? How he answered that question. No, if you can come back, no.
That's right. Sana nga makabalik.
Yeah,
Sana
si
makabalik.
Ling.
Pero,
Oy, si Mami Lina.
oo nga, si Mrs. Lobo is watching.
Yeah,
Kamusta po?
hi.
Siguro lamig na dyan sa inyo, sa Chicago. Super lamig.
Mm, oo.
Di ba?
Hindi
Still
man na
trying
tayo
to...
hindi man na tayo nakapag-dinner out eh.
That's right. Eh,
Oh,
ganun talaga,
yan.
busy-busy. Basta bumibisita yung mga players dito, busy-busy
Yeah,
sila, no?
yeah,
Let's see, no? Wait a little bit more for him to come back. If not, we might have to wrap up the show
yeah.
without our guest on the screen. Let me just try one more time. What's going on? Ha? Kwento-kwento ka muna dyan, Jay. Dali, ah.
Sige. Yan. So while we're waiting, no, as mentioned, this will be our second to the last episode prior to the Christmas break. Now, so we'll have our last episode 158, if I'm not mistaken. Now, next week we will be announcing the name of our guest sometime Tuesday or Wednesday, no, and the posters will be out in our AEOB Facebook page and over social media accounts. So catch up on that. Medyo magiging exciting na konti yung ending natin, no? Medyo kilalang pa nga personality. And then, of course, we hope to, we definitely will be back by 2023, no? With more guests coming in, no? So we're still
Right,
getting in
right.
touch with some of our other guests who can come in and actually come out on the show on January. Charlie, may ano ka na ba doon? May
Yeah,
short
well,
list
I
ka
don't.
na?
Mukhang may problema talaga, no? Not replying. Maybe the connection was lost. Anyway, of course, that was XSROs brought to us
Mhm.
by Hinilaban Farms. And then, of course, we have our usual segment, which is the Seryosong Tanong. But our
Mhm.
guest is not here, so we'll just read the spiel,
Yeah,
Jay.
sige.
Yeah.
Okay, alright, sige. Seryosong tanong is brought to you by Seryoso chili garlic sauce. So delicious, aromatic, and crispy chili garlic bits and pure coconut oil. It's made with naturally, locally sourced ingredients, no preservatives, no artificial flavorings, and absolutely no salt. Ito ang chili garlic na seryoso manghang at kaya kang ipaglaban, di gaya ng ex mo. Ang ating seryosong tanong sana, look at the pictures, no? Ito maganda panigalo for Christmas. No, so you just let us know. You can go to Lazada or Shopee, no, to get your
Shopee, oh.
yeah, Shopee
For
pala.
the chili, for the Seryoso chili garlic packages.
Yes, right.
Well, ako, since wala yung guest natin, no, at kailangan
Mhm.
magtanong tayo rito, I'll ask you a question, Jay.
Sige.
Ang seryosong tanong natin for this episode would be, Jay, kung may isang player na kailangan mag-guest sana sa show sa 2023, para sa'yo, sino yon? Yung sa'yo, ah.
Personally, Ricardo Brown.
Okay, Ricardo Brown. We will shout out to Ricardo Brown. Nag-ano yan? Nagpahiwatig na sa atin nung 2020 pa lamang, but it's never happened. So hopefully we can get Ricardo Brown on the show.
Can I have another one?
Sige, pangalawa.
Tommy Manotok.
Ayan ang maganda. Sana. Anyone who's connected to Coach Tommy. Let's bring Coach Tommy on the show, guys. Pakiconnect naman kami kay Coach Tommy. Okay. So I guess we'll have to wrap it up already. The guest is not coming back in and there must be some problems. So
Charlie, please sagot.
Louis Bre.
It's not a question, but it's a wish list.
Sana mag-evolve into a full TV program. I don't know if that's possible. That was a great idea back then. Pero ang hirap. Walang magbibigay sa amin ng airtime ng 1 hour and a half to 2 hours. No? Although, let's see how we can do it. But at least we get to hear the full stories of all our friends here on AEOB. So, bago matapos ang ating episode, nagpapasalamat kami sa PBA Archives at sa PH Sports Bureau. And then, of course, San Miguel Corporation, the rest of our segment sponsors dito sa ating show, Champs House of Chicken, Lihaw Bread Bakery, and Seryoso Chili Garlic, Hinilaban Farms as well. We are powered by SMC. Maraming salamat sa SMC. At we're part of the Globally Ballin Network, so thanks for all the help behind the scenes, Globally Ballin. Mga birthdays from the past week from our AEOB family. Batiin natin, Sir Sev Sarmenta, Romy De La Rosa, of course, Coach Ato Tolentino. And today is the birthday of Coach Rudy Hines.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday po sa inyong lahat. Siguro tapusin na natin ito. Wala munang batian portion sa Hello Porky. Sa ngalan ni Jay Mercado. Ako po si Charlie Cuna, episode 157 now in the books. 158 will end our year. Our third year, next year. And next week, we'll announce who our guest will be on our Facebook page. Antabayanan niyo po yan. So we'll as soon as we have our poster and we got confirmation, we will post it And so you can get ready for our
Should be
last
exciting.
episode for the year. Next week.
Should be exciting episode.
Ito. So maraming salamat sa inyo lahat. Magpapaalam na po kami.
Maraming
And
salamat.
this was episode 157 with Hubert Filipinas. Diba? Hugh Filipinas, now based in Adelaide, South Australia. Maraming salamat to Sir Hubert Filipinas. 9.1 points per game in 81 PBA games. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. We'll see you next week. God bless.